Welcome back to another video by Motel Coach. Today we're diving into GuestPoint PMS and we're looking at how to put rooms out of service at your motel. Let's dive in. So you're going to be putting a room out of service if the air conditioner breaks or there's a hazard in the room which prevents you from selling it. If it's an item like air conditioning, which is just a discomfort for guests, you can consider putting the room out of service, but still selling it as a last let. And you can sell it directly as a walk-in or on the telephone. That way you can explain to the guest before they make a booking that the air conditioning is not working or whatever the fault with that room is. To put a room out of service, we're going to right click and we can click New Out of Service. You can select the date range and you put the reason as well. So, air conditioning out of service. If you're managing a motel and the owner is actively involved in the operation, they've also got a GuestPoint PMS account, you might put details relating to that. So you might say, technician has been contacted and will visit site on Monday the 28th, for example. By doing that, you're saving the owner of the property from discussing with you the room that's out of service, and they know what steps you've taken. Obviously, if you're new to a site, you need to work out your relationship with the owner. Do they want you to be booking in a trade to get something serviced, or do they want you to discuss that with them first? We're going to save that one down, and you can see that that room is now out of service. It might take a short moment, but that will remove that room from your inventory online. And we can also adjust it as well. One tip with putting a room out of service is if you're coming up to a really busy time and you're not sure if you'll have that room back in service, just extend the out of service until the end of that busy time. It'll just give you a little bit of insulation if that room can't get put back into service, especially in the current climate where trade is hard to get, so it's harder sometimes to get a room back in service. We're going to save that one, and you can see, so now we've got that room out of service until the 5th of November. When you've got a busy date in the future, if we were, say, to book in the trade on the 27th of October and he fixes the room, we can quickly click on this and just drag it back. Going back to the owner of a motel, you have to evaluate each situation and each property on an individual basis. Some owners of a motel will not want to ever see a room out of service. From my perspective, if your motel is running at a really low occupancy over a period, I don't mind seeing rooms out of service if they're getting a deep clean or extra work done on them. To me, it shows a proactive maintenance approach. But as mentioned, work with your owner. Ultimately though, we just need to make sure that we're following the guidance of the owner of the motel. It's their business and investment, and we need to do what they want us to do. So once we've got this room out of service, we can then click Reports if we want to track out of service rooms. We can click on Reservations, and then we can go to out of service rooms. So we can put from the 25th today until the 31st, and we might click Preview. And you can see that the room then comes up as out of service in this report. Often a owner or a manager of a group of motels might be printing this report weekly just to understand which rooms are out of service at each property. And that's going back to the description that you put into the out of service room. It gives them an understanding of what the issue is and also what action you've taken to get the room back into service. One last thing to note when you're tracking out of service rooms, if you've got an on-site management team and you're the manager overseeing them, if they delete the out of service room, it's not going to show up in the out of service room report. It will only show what is currently out of service. That's everything for our video today on the out of service room feature in GuestPoint PMS. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to subscribe. If you are looking to get into motel management or level up your existing skill set, check out the links in the description for motel management and GuestPoint PMS training.